No, we're not scared. You know, we were told. What I'm doing is describing the situation for you guys. We were told before showing up here that we were going to face a minimum of 10,000 opposition. We all came here knowing that there was going to be massive opposition. So, am I scared? No. Am I concerned for my safety and the safety of others? Yes, of course. I would be out of my mind if I was not. But no, we're not scared. And I'll do this again, and I'll do it over and over again for as long as it takes to continue to secure the rights of myself and my right-wing brothers and sisters that are being systematically oppressed in these liberal enclaves. What this does is it shows you the success of the media in their freezing and polarizing of the right, how they have brainwashed these people into thinking that we're actually Klan members. They've been very successful in this tactic. Anyways, we have a speaker who's about to speak. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys take a look at this.
You know, we weren't cowed down, and I'll always stand up for all of you. All of us here, in many ways, are true patriots, because we, in spite of that noise out there, we're here to stand up for something very fundamental, which is called free speech. And let me tell you that they tried to prevent me from coming here, as you may have heard in the media. They asked me why I associated myself with all of you guys, even though they have no idea who you or we are. Do they?
No.
They don't know anything about us. And they've never asked these questions to real racists. You know, did any one of them ask the numerous people who shared the stage with Joe Biden? Let me remind you about Joe Biden. He's a guy who said Obama, which many of those people support, is the first clean, quote-unquote clean and articulate black man. He's a racist. But no one asked about that, did they? Did any one of them ask who shared the stage with Harry Reid? Let me remind you, Harry Reid's a person who claimed that Obama was tolerable to Democrats only because he's half white and suppresses his Negro accent. Right? They never questioned Obama or anyone about that. Did any one of them question who shared the stage with Jimmy Carter? And let me remind everyone about this. Carter's the one who said we need ethnically pure neighborhoods. That sounds like a white supremacist to me, doesn't it? Yep. The establishment is what's infested with racists, not us. I don't see any racists here. I see black people, I see Chinese people, I see people of all different spectrums here. Hillary Clinton stereotyped and mocked my people, Indians. You can go see the YouTube video in a very offensive manner. Just go look at it. She mocked Mahatma Gandhi, who's one of the icons of India. She's the one who has never denounced Robert Byrd. Has she? No. Robert Byrd is a member of the KKK, a white supremacist, and is absolutely unacceptable that
go ahead and share and like this video.
And hang them from trees is put on a statue.
Let's get this out there. Facebook is throtting my notifications and posts. Share and like this video, please.
Now, I know as a person of color and as a member, to anyone seeing this, as a member of the Indian low-caste untouchables, you see, you won't find a lot of Indians like me here because my parents were considered low-caste. Lower caste than most of those people out there who don't even know what it means to be that. And the examples I've provided you are not cherry-picked for a few isolated cases among established politicians. Racism seems to be a way of their life, not our lives. Harry Truman, let me remind you, is a guy who said that I think one man is just as good as another man as long as he's honest, decent, and he used the N-word, or a Chinaman. Harry Truman said that. And then you have Lyndon Johnson, who said that there is also the case of Lyndon Johnson promising that he would have the N people voting Democrats for the next 200 years. Everyone remember this? Yeah. That's what the establishment politicians are about. Yes, the reality is black lives do matter, don't they? They do matter. Black lives do matter. And those people people want to segregate that notion. We all know Black lives do matter. None of us here has denied that. All lives matter, but Black lives also matter. White lives matter, but we support those people who want to fight against that. We're not racist, but what is disgusting is that reporters like John Keller, who presents himself as a Democrat, as a liberal, he called me a right-wing nut job and a white supremacist. He's a nut job. He's fake news. And who doesn't believe in free speech because they want to narrow the discussion to a very limited way. Now, I will never support someone who calls Black children super predators. Will we? No. Will we support anyone who calls Black people super predators? Well, we said they need to be done to heal. And we need to lock her up and establish super predators and everyday people. They divide or rule us. We're here today as patriots of America. We're not confused by the reality. And let me remind everyone here in Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren supported super predator Hillary Clinton. She did, right? Oh, yeah. Let's remember that. Let's remember who the real racists are. And this is coming from a person of color. Now, what I've shared with you is something that you will not hear in mainstream media. Will you? Has anyone heard any of this? Has anyone ever denounced Hillary Clinton in mainstream media?
It's Harry, they come back out.
But it is the truth, is it not? And free speech, which is what we're here about, is the bedrock of America. This is why my parents left India. A low-caste guy like myself would never be able to speak out like this. And anyone can say whatever they want, and we don't have to listen to them, right? I remember at Harvard Square, people used to put up a soapbox and talk. No one attacked them. No one brutalized them. No one threw acid at them. You walked away. That's America, is it not?
Yeah.
But there are those who manipulate also free speech for slander and libel. And that's what big media does. They talk about free speech, but they can character assassinate you, call you a Nazi, a racist. But let me remind you that the Supreme Court has also ruled that we have a libel and slander law. We can sue them. And some of us will sue them. Because the Supreme Court has ruled that slander, and false statements are not allowed under the First Amendment. Is that not right?
Yeah.
We have protection. I've sued Gawker Media, some of you know. Hulk Hogan sued them, and we took them down. That's the right thing to do, because Gawker Media was practicing clickbaiting. They made millions of dollars victimizing hundreds of people overnight. And a few of us had the money to fight them. But that's what they talk about free speech. Now, labeling you Nazis or white supremacists is slander and libel. And we have the right in this country to sue them, and we will. And we will we not? Because part of free speech is truthful speech. Let me just finish up with a couple points. You know, we're all here because we stand, as I understand, pretty much for everyone I've talked to stands for free speech, not fake news. And there are people on the stage, I may not agree with your views, but that's all right. We have a full spectrum of people here. We have people from the Green Party here. We have people, Bernie supporters here. We got people who believe in civic nationalism. I'm an Indian. I don't believe in the caste system. We got people of all different backgrounds here. They don't. They got people saying the same thing. And the organizers, I want to just mark out. Look, I've been a teacher at MIT. I got 4 degrees from the place. I just want to let you know that I have seen some of the most impressive young people here. And let's give them all a hand of applause.
Yeah!
Woo! We have seen some of the most impressive young activists here who are really patriots. They want to get involved in the political system, not in the political system where it's narrow-minded.
This is the brownest white supremacist I think I've ever seen.
Where the academics tell them what to do. Look. In 1982, I fought the KKK, okay? Right here as an activist. I fought racism at MIT when MIT had investments in South African apartheid. There's a picture of me burning the South African flags on the steps of MIT. Does that sound like a white supremacist?
No.
Does that?
No.
Exactly. I fought for women's rights at MIT, and I've opposed various wars. How many veterans are here? Yeah, Yeah, these are proud veterans here. And these veterans were sent to fight wars for the Clintons and the Bushes in Iraq. I was the first student at MIT in front of 10,000 people. I sent U.S. out of Iraq. I don't think any of those guys did, because if Answer is out there, which they are, they have supported the Democrat wars. And they have admonished Republican wars. They choose which wars to denounce. What we have today, everyone, I think we all know that, is we don't have free speech. We have people who want to control speech. They want controlled speech. And
we have a lot more people that tried to make it in. They showed up late and were not able to make it in. The police have stopped letting people into the permitted area. So if you're planning on coming to this rally, do not come. You will not be let in. The entrance is completely blocked by Antifa and opposition forces.
The guys in the white pillowcases.
Do not come to this rally.
That's easy. But let me tell you who the real criminals are who practice controlled speech. It's the academics. And I know these people well. I've been in and out of these institutions for 33 years. They manipulate real science. If you say anything against Monsanto, you will not get tenure at any of these institutions. Is that free speech? No. Is that free speech, everyone?
No.
You won't get tenure if you attack Monsanto. If you say anything against GMOs. You won't get tenure. You'll be admonished if you say anything against Hillary Clinton. You'll be admonished if you're a Trump supporter. I don't think this sounds like free speech, does it?
No.
It doesn't. And I know what it means in closing and all, what segregation really means. I was denied water as an Indian kid because I was a lower caste, untouchable, deplorable. As a 5-year-old kid, does that sound right? Sounds like segregation, right? And when I fought the military-industrial complex, when the facts came out that a dark-skinned Indian kid in Newark invented email, it's the liberal media who went ape. Because in reality, they want to assume that all great innovations come from them, that it can't come from anyone here. And in closing, what I want to let you know is I have fought for telling the truth all my life. I believe, again, Black lives do matter. I do not believe in GMO. I believe in...
Crowd's losing it. Joey's riling them up. Alright, so I'm guessing the numbers have to be well over 10,000 by now.
Because I will come across to all of you over there. We'll come across to all of them. They want to come beat us, but we'll give you love, brothers and sisters. We are not one. We are one people, and we cannot let the power of darkness, which is actually power, privilege, and control, to destroy the light.
Shiva.
Be the light, brothers and sisters, and know the truth, and know that we are here for the right reasons. We are here for love, love, love. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Fuck you, President!
Good job.
Joe, awesome to meet you, man. See you soon, brother.
All right, Dr. Shiva, hey. Dr. Shiva, I just wanted to thank you.
Thanks, man.
Chapman, Based Stickman. You are.
Oh, man. Let's do it, man. Thanks for coming.
Warrior. We need more guys like you.
We love you, Chapman. Thank you, man.
All right, brother. Take care. Take care, sir. Nice meeting you, brother. Take care. Guys, that was Dr. Shiva. He's running for Senate. Talk about Based. That was a fantastic speech. He's speaking out against Monsanto, which is basically the pharmaceutical, or not pharmaceutical, but the big agra that has been destroying our food supply, genetically modifying our food, polluting our environment with toxic chemicals. Probably one of the most important battles we have as Americans, as Westerners, is keeping our environment safe from these terrible pollutants that are poisoning us on a daily basis. Dr. Shiva has 4 degrees from MIT, extremely smart guy from the lower caste of India, and he has done quite well for himself here in the so-called racist United States. So yeah, fantastic speech there, very impressive. It's not often that you see a candidate or that you see any politicians going up against such powerful foes in opposition as Monsanto. He basically, man, these guys are nuts. So Shiva basically called them out and has made the war, or his battle against Monsanto, a primary component of his Senate campaign. That was Dr. Shiva. He is a Senate candidate. He is a doctor and a professor, 4 degrees from MIT, running for Senate here in Massachusetts.
It seems to me that this planet.
So here's another one of our speakers.
As to what our true purpose
Another
in life
very
is.
dark
We
white
are not
supremacist.
here just to live life in disconnection connectively. We are here to connectively work against disconnection. We are here to wake up from a slumber we continue to allow ourselves to be victims of. We need to break free from mindlessly capitulating a faulty system. We need to realize that we are suffocating our spirits by desensitizing ourselves into a place of complacency. Yes. I still believe that we live in a world where we can transcend collaboratively into a place that inspires the celebration of our differences and our potential. Today, I still believe that one day, across all continents of the globe, with its vicious territorial division, with the self-conceit of those in power hungrily suffocating in their own ego, one day, this place we call Earth will be a place where we can see each other as equal sources of strength and wisdom, and not as mere pawns for self-preservation. Today, I still believe that not too far into the future, love will be our greatest currency, and debt will be addressed with benevolence. Because the only real debt that we have is what we owe to ourselves. This debt lies within us, and the only form of payment is time. We need to stop giving away our time to what does not matter. We need time within ourselves in order to consistently remain internally progressive, so that we may ascend with nobility in our evolution as a human race. This is not only my hope, but ours. This humble belief should be kept alive in our hearts, fed by the fuel of our conviction that the happiness we all aspire to so innately is meant to exist in real time and in tangible form, and not just in the dreams of ethereal minds. I still believe in this very notion. I still believe that not too long from now we will be able to gaze into the eyes of another and see ourselves in them. Because in conjunction, in celebrating our differences, we also need to remember that within the core of our
Biggs has not spoken yet. He will be here in a little bit.
Alike as well, and we need to remember that. With this hope, with this vision, we will be able to conceive a masterpiece of undeniable beauty. Our world will be a canvas that is finally colored in with the right pigmentation, with the right intention. We will once and for all be a unified force with a mightier sense of humanity. Politics, differences in religion, borders, race, and whatever else out there that seeks to divide us should be set aside and discarded permanently. Let's stop being selfish. As the human race, let us collectively personify what happy means. Together we can display an image we can proudly represent.
No, there's not many of us. There's only about 3 dozen of us that showed up and were able to make it. The rest of the protesters got caught outside. The entry is blocked by probably 1,000 opposition.
And for the sake of my race, the human race, I need you to start believing too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
so. I guess so.
Tell me these kind of folks why you're here.
Just 1, 2.
This is Mike Leastock. He was one of he helped organize the last one too.
Sort of.
Sort of. Who's big now?
This is absolute insanity, everyone. We have people that came out today to support us, that are in a crowd of thousands of people, potentially being assaulted right now. We got people, our people, that came out today to see us speak, to support us, to realize that we're not Nazis, we're not white nationalists, we don't support KKK.
Clearly.
This is a bunch of bullshit, to be completely honest with you. For one, I need to thank everyone that is standing up here today. You all have balls of steel. This is ridiculous. The fortitude to stand up to the things that would threaten violence, to shut us down. For you to stand up is one of the most important things that we can do. To Mayor Marty Walsh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yep.
Yep.
You stood, you stood in front of the cameras and lied about who was assembling here today and why.
Lies.
You lied.
Shame. Shame.
People's lives have been turned upside down in response to your false reporting. You know this. You said you knew the people from the May rally were good people. We are those same people here today. I need to thank the BPD and the Mass State Police for protecting our rights so far to peacefully assemble. BPD! 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 Without you, this hungry, angry mob would surely rip us to shreds. And the Antifa on the other side. Your insults will not stop me in my endeavor of defending the First Amendment. Your slander will not stop me. Your threats will not stop me. Only when the last breath has been taken from my chest will I cease in my mission of spreading freedom. Yeah! And the same with BLM. Denounce the violence in your ranks. You claim that your organized resistance is what led to the collapse of our rally. But here we stand today, unafraid.
I hear you, brother.
Inflammatory things that I wanted to say that I'm not going to say. This is ridiculous. I don't even know. Every single one of you brave souls, thank you for being here, for seeing through all the lies that have been told over the last week. Thank you to the folks around the world that talked to us, listened, reported factual information, trying to correct the record about the deceit that ran rampant all week. Thank you to the free speech team that put this together. It's been an incredible uphill battle, but we did it. Sort of. This is doing it. I'm not claiming defeat. This is it.
And the enemy should just hold, like, arm in arm and show, yeah, well.
Yeah.
We definitely boosted Boston's economy today, huh?
Yeah.
For
I think
real.
we should do that, guys.
Shutting down some, boosting some other parts. The mainstream media is just as capable, just as culpable as this violent mob you see out here today. We were in touch with the mainstream media all week, and they still decided to mislabel what we were trying to accomplish and who we are.
Vitriol.
Now, in closing, we're all here for the same reason today. Our rights are being threatened from all sides, and it's paramount for us to fight for the rights we hold dear, lest we lose them. And rights once lost are rarely recovered.
Yep, absolutely.
We can see the violation of individuals' freedom of speech all across Western civilization. Our right to keep and bear arms is also being infringed by bureaucrats in the Massachusetts legislature.
Yeah.
Our freedom of assembly is being threatened by these folks who want to espouse peace and love, but are here for hate and fighting and violence. We denounce political violence. We as a people stand for truth, justice, liberty, and freedom. Those that wish to invade our institutions and force their way of thinking, living, and acting upon the whole of society will not be tolerated.
This is where I draw the line, and I will not back down.
That's right.
Let's go. Thank you all. God bless you all.
Thank you, brother. Excellent speech.
Palestine? Palestine.
All right, so the opposition just keeps growing.
So, right next to
Here's all the peaceful, tolerant protesters out there that have been incited to attempt to attack us and to perpetrate violence against us by the mainstream media, by the alt-left media. Most of these people are under the impression that we are white nationalists and white supremacists assembled here today. The media lied, told outright blatant lies that we are KKK members. They are lying about the upcoming rallies in San Francisco and Berkeley, trying to incite violence against us. They are saying that they have said that Nathan Domingo and Richard Spencer are involved in the upcoming rallies in San Francisco and Berkeley, and that the members from the organizers of the Unite the Right rally are involved. These are outright, blatant lies to incite violence against us, to intimidate us, and to shut us down. That's why it is more important now than ever to stand up against this systematic oppression. And that's what we're doing here today, guys. We're not going to falter. We're going to keep pushing through. The mainstream media actually in Boston came out and said that I was a known white nationalist from New Zealand who is suspected of fire bombings. A guy by the name of Kyle Chapman, a notorious white nationalist in New Zealand. They intentionally misstated him and who he was and tried to say that he was going to be here today, when they knew full well that was a lie. It's very easy to find out who I am. All right.
Nobody wants to change this. Nobody's here to be. Right now, in 30 different states, they're trying to criminalize the right to call for a peaceful boycott of a foreign country. In the U.S. Congress, they're trying to criminalize the right to call for peaceful boycotts of a foreign country. They're threatening with fines of $250,000 to $1 million, up to 20 years in prison. The ACLU sent a letter to Congress to oppose the bill as being explicitly against the First Amendment. The most recent bill to pass in the state legislature was in Nevada. It outlaws government bodies from doing business with any private companies that's part of the BDS movement. So if you have a moral feeling about Palestine, I realize there's very mixed positions on Israel-Palestine, but everybody should have the right to vote with their dollars or to not use their dollars when they don't want to. No matter what you think about the conflict, this is a quote from the ACLU. No matter what you think about Israel versus Palestine, one thing is clear. The First Amendment absolutely protects the right to engage in political boycott. Boycott is a peaceful collective action to allow ordinary citizens to be heard. And that's literally all I wanted to come out and speak about today, was just to make people aware that the government is creating laws to ban you, to penalize you, just for calling for a boycott of a country. So just like with South Africa, when there was a political boycott against South Africa for apartheid, when people believe that apartheid is going on there, that kind of same activity is now being criminalized if you support Palestine. And again, have your own mixed opinions on where everybody stands. We all have a right to speech, we all have a right to assemble, and we all have a right to speak out against the things that we believe, or speak for the things that we believe. I just want to thank all you guys so much for coming out through the mall, through the city's nonsense. None of our people were allowed in here. Our
Our young organizers, like 20-year-olds, you guys are just out of school. These guys are so brave. I really, really appreciate everybody here, especially our organizers. You guys are paying a pound of flesh just to stand up for our First Amendment.
Thank you. Thank you. Because we would have had a lot more people in here. The Boston PD failed to.
All right, guys. So we're going to work right now. That there's about 15,000 or so here.
So
15,000
opposition
more
numbers
coming,
are up
and
to 15,000.
supposedly supposed to be 30,000. They want to know if we want to shut this down now and leave. Do you guys want to shut this down and leave? No! You guys want to fucking shut this down and leave? No! USA! 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 Bring it! They're saying once we say our speech, we gotta leave. If we say to the end speeches and we all leave here, the police said we're on our own.
That's fine. Let's just get our speeches done, accomplish our goals, and then
We need to go ahead and go.
get to stepping.
We need to go because they're the ones they want to kill.
Yeah.
They've shut down a lot of regular conservative speakers. So imagine what they do with neo-Nazis and white supremacists. The actual fascists they want to